Greetings, family, greetings, brothers and sisters. We're hoping that you are perfectly fine and healthy. It's all with good health that we can appreciate the life that we are living, the life that the Most High has given us. Welcome back to African Buzz, and today we are going to talk about Rwanda. Since the start of the war between the government of Congo and the M23 rebels, M23 AFC rebels, and with continued, moving on and taking over of cities in the Eastern DRC, we have seen the international community and mostly even the media, the international media, blaming Rwanda for this mishap and calling Rwanda to stop, saying that the M23 is backed by Rwanda and a lot of other things. But me and you know that the problem lies with the Congolese government, Shekedi. We have seen even when they are trying, the African Union, the East African Community, South African Development Community are trying to bring these people to the table. We have seen that this guy only runs to Europe to seek help. We have seen him calling the US and saying, we want to make a deal, like the deal that you have made with Ukraine. You can take our minerals, but support us to fight Rwanda. But what they are not telling you is that these are the people fighting for their rights, for them to be recognized as Congolese. And they have actually even said, we'll sit down and talk. But the Congolese government does not respect what is discussed. And that is the problem. But now Rwanda came in and said, you know what? We are not part of this. You're saying that we support the rebels? We don't. We are just protecting ourselves from our own side. We saw many countries, including Canada, calling off and said, rather, you need to stop. And Kagame, the president of Rwanda, says, no, I'm not involved in it. But when it comes to protecting my people, I'll protect them. I'll protect them with everything that I am. All these problems were started by Europe, Belgium, France, when they came and divided our countries, when they came and gave some groups, certain ethnic groups, some powers, kind of, when they came and divided the people and said, oh, you have a long nose, you are Tutsi. You have a long, short nose, you are Hutu. You are tall. And that is how we are as Africans. We are tall people, are short people, we are people with long noses, but people who are more dark, more brown, that is Africa. But when they went to the kingdom of Congo, the kingdom of Rwanda, they divided them. Then came the boundaries, as they did in the Berlin Conference. And this has been a problem. So one of the person or one of the country that has been very, very much involved with their king, King Leopold, killing a lot of Africans, millions. You will see a lot of pictures online which used to cut the hands of people in Congo, kill. Then finally the king killed Patrice Lumumba, who was the prime minister of Congo and was supposed to be the best prime minister, as they killed Thomas Sankara and all that. So we saw Belgium blaming Rwanda, and Rwanda said, and Belgium actually said that we are removing some aid that they had signed, that we are going to give Rwanda some aid, and Rwanda said we don't want this, and they actually even sanctioned them, and we were very happy about that. But things have escalated, and on Monday, which is yesterday, Monday 17th March 2025, we saw Rwanda cutting ties with Belgium and ordered diplomats to leave. So Rwanda said on Monday it had given diplomats 48 hours to leave the country after cutting ties with Brussels. Let me read directly the statement that Rwanda wrote, and it says Rwanda severes diplomatic relations with Belgium. This is coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Rwanda. So the government of Rwanda today, that is yesterday, 17 March 2025, notified the government of Belgium of its decision to sever diplomatic relations, effective immediately, Rwanda's decision has been taken after careful consideration of several factors, all linked with Belgium's pitiful attempts to sustain its colonial delusions. Belgium has consistently undermined Rwanda both well before and during the ongoing conflict in the DRC, in which Belgium has a deep and violent historical role, especially in acting against Rwanda. Today, Belgium has clearly taken sides in a regional conflict and continues to systematically mobilize against Rwanda in different forums, using lies and manipulation to secure an unjustified hostile opinion of Rwanda in an attempt to destabilize both Rwanda and the region. Beyond Belgium's destructive historical role in fueling the ethnic extremism that resulted in entrenched discrimination and persecution, and ultimately the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, it has also allowed Belgium territory to be used by groups that propagate genocide denial and sustain genocidal ideology. Today's decision reflects Rwanda's commitment to safeguarding our national interests and the dignity of Rwandans, as well as upholding the principles of sovereignty, peace, and mutual respect. All Belgian, all Belgium diplomats in Rwanda are required to leave the country within 48 hours in compliance with the Vienna Convention. Rwanda will assure the protection of the premises, property, and archives of the Belgium diplomatic mission in Kigali. Yes, they must leave effective immediately. After 48 hours, that is by the end of tomorrow, they must have left, all of them. And that is what is happening in Rwanda. So, guys, Belgium has done a lot of things. So we saw last week it was Canada. Canada commented something against Rwanda, and they were called by the government of Rwanda, in which they sat down and they talked, and they had to pass some, points, because there's no way you're in my country and you won't talk the way you want and propagate some agenda which is well known to you. You see? So, what I can say is this is good because, like we talk about the AES is chasing out their colonial powers, they are the French. It's the same thing that Rwanda is doing because these people have an agenda in which we have seen them colluding with the government of Congo. And it's because they benefit. We even saw mercenaries, and some are from this country, among the Romanians and all that. So Belgium has consistently undermined Rwanda both well before and during the ongoing conflict in the DRC, in which Belgium has a deep and violent historical role, especially in acting against Rwanda. Imagine. That is true because they have a very big historical role. So after that, we saw some people commenting about it, and we saw one of our brothers, uh, Senator Sehu Sani, saying that Rwanda breaking diplomatic ties with Belgium, which is their colonial master, is a strong message to the former colonial masters that not all African states will surrender their sovereignty and dignity for crumbs of economic aid. Then we saw our brother Aldinaka saying that I don't believe, he quoted Kagame, who said that I don't believe in turning the other cheek. I have my own religion. If you dare slap me on one cheek, I'll hit your entire body. I'll mess you up. That's my gospel. Those are the words of President Kagame. And also saw Kagame speaking in RT and among other media, and he said some very good things. And one of them is the one that I've read, in which he said, I don't believe in turning the other cheek. I have my own religion. If you dare slap me on one cheek, I'll hit your entire body. I'll mess you up. That's my gospel. He also said that Belgians destroyed Rwanda, killed Rwandans, and this history goes beyond just the past 30 years. Then they say, we don't allow you to do this or that. And then we ask, but who are you? Who put you in charge of us? With the limited means we have, we will stand up to them. I am talking about those who spend their time persecuting us, insulting us. If we could overcome greater challenges, are these the ones that will defeat us? Well, yeah. I am reminding you, fellow Rwandans, he continues, that after all these years we have spent fighting to build our country, we want to be Rwandans. We want to be Rwandans. We do not want to be Belgians. He continues and said, Rwandans believe in God. But did God send Belgians to take care of Rwanda? We will remind them that this is not the case and continue building our nation as Rwandans. Wow, 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 wow. I'm proud of Rwanda. This is amazing. You have to stand our ground. And this is what we need in Africa. And we also saw our sister, her name is Stephanie, saying that what Belgium regrets is the inability to bring Rwanda into submission despite countless threats and sanctions. This is not the result of a disagreement, it is the consequences of decades of protecting genocideers, promoting genocide deniers to political position, constant diplomatic sabotage, all in continuous quest to return Rwanda to 30 years ago. So that is what she said, and I think it's amazing that Kagame and Rwanda stood up for themselves and said enough is enough. You colonial masters cannot keep on telling us what to do. We got our independence. We even fought the problem because what led to the genocide was something that these people had created many years ago. And it's the same thing that is leading to the war in Eastern DRC. So it's good for Rwanda, and kudos to Kagame, kudos to Rwanda. We envy you that you have a leader who is stoic and ready to fight for you. That is what we want in Africa. The other time I talked about Niger, which stood up for, for their people and chased out the Chinese. It's the same thing. We have to stand up for our people as leaders. Kagame is doing great, and kudos to you, Mr. President. Guys, if you'd like to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We also have super chats and super thanks, and we see you in the next video. Bye.